Ladies and gentlemen, making his entrance to the ring, the challenger from Madrid, Spain, Sergio Palomo.
Yeah, 2004, LF aquí. Sí, con el boxeo.
Palomo fighting outside Spain for the first time. He said this week, I come from a tough part of Madrid. I learned to look after myself because I had to. I'm a boy from the streets and I fight like one. You will see, I'm not here for a holiday, I'm here to win. Sergio Palomo, 30 years old, undefeated in 24 fights. And this, certainly the biggest fight of his career. A step up in class. He only stands about 5'6". Arthur will have height and reach advantages, but Palomo is a good technician, according to Arthur, who studied him in detail. Good hooks, aggressive fighter, but is he going to be good enough?
And now presenting the champion from Edinburgh, amazing Alex Arthur.
A lot at stake for Alex Arthur. Not only defending his title, but as you've heard, that likely world title shot in the new year. Big plans for him. He cannot afford any slip-up. He had that one defeat in a much-hyped confrontation with Michael Gomez, who's sitting right at ringside. Arthur will walk past him. After that fight, they established a friendship, and Gomez is here to cheer him on tonight. Arthur, so self-confident. He said prior to the Gomez fight that he was too confident, that he'd become almost a fame junkie, but that he's learned from it, and now he knows exactly what it takes to bring out his very best as a fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Warren proudly presents, sponsored by the News of the World, Big on Boxing, live and exclusive on ITV1 and on the internet on www.frankwarren.tv. 12 3-minute rounds of boxing for the Super Featherweight Championship of Europe. The three scoring judges at ringside this evening are Francois Toupin from France, Mickey Van from England, and Philippe Verbeke from Belgium. EBU supervisor at ringside, Mr. Bob Logiste. British Boxing Board of Control steward in charge, Robert Smith. Timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Ricky Gilmore. Finally, when the action commences, the referee in charge of the action, Mr. Luigi Muratori from Palermo, Italy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, from Glasgow, Scotland, this is the Big Fight Live! Introducing to you firstly the challenger this evening, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the camouflage coloured shorts. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 9 stone, 3.5 pounds. He has a perfect, unblemished, undefeated record, 24 contests, 24 wins. 10 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Presenting from Madrid, Spain, Sergio Palomo. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the white coloured shorts trimmed with gold and yellow. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled on the championship limit, 9 stone, 4 pounds exactly. He has an excellent record consisting of 24 contests, 23 wins. 17 of those wins coming by way of knockout, with only the one single defeat. Tonight, he makes the 3rd defense of his crown, presenting the Super Featherweight Champion of Europe from Edinburgh, Scotland, amazing Alex Arthur. The referee, Mr. Muratori, with his final instructions. 12 3-minute rounds.
So final words of advice for Alex Arthur. Austin Handren on his left, and the vastly experienced figure of Jimmy Tibbs now heading his corner. And the referee, an Italian, Luigi Muratore.
Okay, attention à cabeça. Okay, okay.
Which transfers roughly to watch your head and defend yourself at all times. Muratore has the job of officiating. Palomo and Arthur now set to do battle over 12 rounds for the European super featherweight title in this famous hall, the Kelvin Hall here in Glasgow. All the Scottish greats, or most of the Scottish greats, fought here over the years, way back to the days of Benny Lynch. Walter McGowan fought here, Pat Clinton, Scott Harrison, of course, and Jim Watt, most famously, perhaps of all. And Palomo starts quite confidently, trying to wing in a big right hand. Arthur right into his face. Arthur has been a pro since 2000. Jimmy Tibbs, as I said, now his chief cornerman, brought in for the first time for this fight. A man who over the years has been associated with the likes of Lloyd Honeyghan, Charlie Magri, Nigel Benn, Frank Bruno. Barry McGuigan, I think, once or twice as well. Very experienced man. Arthur just taking a little bit of time to have a look at Palomo. Big height and reach advantage, Duke.
Well, he's got to keep his head clear, John, of the infringements that are being caused by Palomo. Obviously, him being the shorter man, he's going to be trying to bully Arthur if he can. So Arthur's just got to keep at the end of the jab, keep it nice and long.
So much talent in this division at world level. WBC champion Marco Antonio Barrera looks set for a matchup with the winner of the Manny Pacquiao-Eric Morales fight. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. There's the WBA champion Edward Valero from Venezuela, huge puncher. Gary Sinclair, the Guyanan. Joan Guzman from the Dominican Republic, so much talent. And Alex Arthur may be set to mix it with the likes of them if he can come through this. Good right hand and a good uppercut from Arthur, and the two going toe-to-toe. Palomo is pretty much unmoved by that.
Yeah, it took stock to lovely right hand, John. Arthur's got to keep a streamline of those right hands coming through. You know, the longer the fight goes, the better the effect those shots will have in the later rounds.
Palomo, a busy start, and Arthur said, don't expect this guy to be just outclassed. He's a good technician, he's aggressive, and a good fighter who tries to come on strong with hooks and a solid right hand into the head of Alex Arthur.
Now, the Palomo was actually hurt there, John, with a left hook from Arthur. His legs just stiffened just momentarily.
Arthur also took a solid right hand from Palomo. Oh, that's good work from Arthur. Put together a solid 1-2 combination there. Oh, right shot! Terrific left hand from Arthur here in the first round. Palomo up almost instantaneously. He's going to get the 8 count, and the bell's going to save him, I think. But here comes Arthur. Will he be able to get him out? And he won't. Arthur, right in that first round, detonated the left hook. Duke rightly said that Palomo had been hurt earlier in the round, and he looks badly hurt. I don't think he's regained his composure at all there. Really sweet left hook. Let's take another look at it, Duke.
John, sweeping left hook from the inside, a reaction shot from Arthur, but I just said previously, just missed with the same shot, tried it again and absolutely sunk him. Fantastic
that
shot.
Was power and timing. And Palomo, who'd started brightly, well, he knows all about a step up to fringe world class now. And in the other corner, Austin Handren, Arthur's Scottish trainer there, he's the one speaking, and Jimmy Tibbs, the experienced man in front of him.
Looking good.
Looking good, that's an understatement.
Well, you know, this is the difference really when you step up from domestic level to European level. You can bridge that gap quite easily, but you know, you don't know how good an unbeaten fighter is until he gets beaten. We're about to find out how good this Palomo is.
Well, he's going to have to dig deep to come back into this. Arthur has clearly got the power to hurt him, and hurt him badly. Oh, another one! He's touched down again, and that's going to be another count momentarily, but it was the left hand once again which put him down to the canvas, and I don't think that Palomo has got the punch resistance to survive very long now with Arthur, who's looking to take him out here in this second round in what would be a spectacular win.
Well, Arthur's just, I think he's just too classy for this guy, John. He's got much too much for him. You know, when you get hit early and hurt early, sometimes you just don't get over it. And I don't think this guy's got the know-how to get over it.
1-2 punches rock back Palomo's head, and Arthur is really detonating powerful shots here. Palomo, fair play, is trying to come back, but Arthur, short shots, classy shots, and those left hooks to the head are doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, John, it's only a matter of time, I think, before this one gets the finish. Arthur's really turning his hands over now on the inside, looking for the power shots. You know, he's right on top of a World Championship challenge, and he's going to want to send a message out to the rival champions. He's in a glamour weight division, John. There's some fantastic fighters in this weight division.
Absolutely, and there you see, sitting behind Palomo, Frank Warren, the promoter, shouting his instructions at Arthur, who again is now onto the offensive. Is he going to be able to get his man out of there in a quick finish? Palomo trying to regroup, but so far, apart from a couple of swinging right hands in the opening round, Arthur in no trouble at all. Greater power from the Scotsman.
Just got to be patient, John. He's just got to keep...
Oh, good shot. Really good right hand, right on the button, and the referee's having a close look at it now, saying to Palomo, keep your head up. Well, Palomo, understandably, was trying to keep his head right out of the way.
Well, just as I said, Arthur should be patient, John. He just detonated that big shot, the big right hand. It's his favourite punch. Can't miss this kid with it, John. He's chopping down on it now.
Won the title in July 2005, did Alex Arthur, outpointing Boris Sinitsyn, the Russian, and then a defence earlier this year against Ricky Burns. He had that foul-strewn defence after that against Sergei Juliakovich, and now this. So 2 rounds gone and 2 knockdowns for Alex Arthur. Alex Arthur getting another knockdown there in the second round. It was another left hand, big left hook in the opening round, another left hand in the second, and it's going all Arthur's way. Can't afford to get careless, of course, but he looks so far as though he's in a different class to this Spaniard. Oh, good left hand from Palomo, and that gets applause from the Spanish corner in front of us.
Just got him again with the same left hook, John. He's hurt again.
Palomo's trying to fight back, and Arthur told to step back. That's a little bit of caution for pushing down. Another left hand from Palomo, but he's just not moving Arthur at all at this stage.
Arthur it looks like a lightweight against a super featherweight, John. It really does. Arthur's really big for the weight. He's taking full advantage of his height, reach and power.
9 stone 4 this fight weight, of course, super featherweight for the uninitiated, and Alex Arthur more than 5'9" and big framed with it. Think about some of the other champions like Pereira and Guzman, small men. Arthur would be huge compared with them if he ever got alongside them. Whether or not he's good enough to take them, whether or not the likes of Barrera coming towards their mid-30s are ready to be taken, well, that's going to be proved in the fullness of time.
He's a nice stylist, is Arthur.
Palomo landing leather in there, but a lot of those punches being taken on the arms and gloves of Arthur, and those which do get through haven't moved him at all. Again, Palomo given a little word about use of the head, not for the first time.
Arthur's a very well-schooled boxer, John. Knows when to box, knows when to fight.
Came up the classical way through the amateur ranks, Commonwealth gold medalist in Kuala Lumpur in 1998, Alex Arthur. Palomo's had a better round in this third. Arthur getting in and using a bit of the elbow in the closing seconds. And getting away with it. Alex Arthur has been told by Jimmy Tibbs he's ready to crumble. Fire the jab, snap the jab.
Well, that's good advice. It really is. Obviously, Arthur does have a good jab. He's got all the tools to do the trade. They want a nice positive fight. They want to get this one and wrap it up as quick as he can.
12-round championship limits, of course, and we're now in the fourth. Alex Arthur in the white and gold shorts. Wife sitting at ringside on the far side of the ring. Close to where Michael Gomez is shouting his support. Now retired from the ring, Michael. Good fighter in his day, very popular in the Manchester area. Don't let Palomo get too brave, that was another word.
Well, Palomo, he's trying to use all of the ring, just trying to stay out of range, trying to stay out of harm's way if he can. But you just think it's only a matter of time before Arthur finds him again with the punches like now.
Here comes the attack. Arthur just taking his time, just waiting for the opening. You see from that camera shot the real power of Arthur as he unloaded that right hand.
You can hear him grunt every time he throws the right hand now, John, trying to get maximum power into the shot.
Palomo, though, has come back from those two knockdowns. He's regrouped well. The end of the first round, it looked very much as though he was almost out on his feet, but he's come back.
Yeah, John, I think he's buying time. I think he's just buying time. The right hand has to be on the wall for him.
Caught by another right-hand counter there as Palomo leapt in behind the punch, and a little sweet counter from Arthur just stopped him dead in his tracks.
That shot really hurt.
There's the jab. Arthur's winning this one pretty much as he likes at the moment. Nice little flurry of punches from Palomo, but again the power shots come from Arthur as he responds with that left to the head.
Arthur's looking to really trade off with this guy. Sinking in body shots, John. Left hooks to the body and he's chopping the right hand right over the back of Palomo's head.
Fourth round almost over, and surely another one to Alex Arthur. Here at the Kelvin Hall in Glasgow, European super featherweight title, Palomo has bravely kept coming forward, but all the quality work coming from Arthur.
He certainly is, John, and he's growing in confidence round by round. You know, it's like every punch he throws, he just can't seem to miss the target.
He's on a run of victories, 7 victories since the 1 defeat of his professional career, Alex Arthur. Palomo coming in again, winging those hopeful-looking hooks towards the head of Arthur. Palomo, incidentally, has never gone the 12-round distance.
Palomo can only really hope now to try and take Arthur out of his stride. If a cut open up, that would be his best bet, but right now it just seems like it's all Alex Arthur.
He's landing punches, Palomo, but the weight of shots, the quality of shot is from Arthur. Arthur looking to tee off again. Palomo crumbles to his feet. No knockdown, I think, says the referee, ruling that was just a stumble.
I think that was sheer volume of...
Oh, that's not a stumble. That was right on the button. And Palomo's trying to get up. Alex Arthur's over the ropes talking to his wife and talking to Frank Warren. Could do with a bit more concentration than that. That is not a good thing to do. But that right hand, this is going to be stopped any second. There it is, it's all over. Here in the 5th round. Another spectacular win for Alex Arthur. Amazing Alex Arthur is his nickname. And the 28-year-old moves onwards and upwards. The European title still his possession, and he moves on now towards a world title shot. Unofficially, 1 minute 30 seconds into the 5th round. He salutes his fans, and Arthur, having seen Palomo stumble down, landed that absolute cracker of a right hand, and then Palomo just couldn't come back, and it was all Arthur from there, and the referee absolutely right to stop it. There's that right hand, right on the button.
It's a fantastic shot, John. As I said before, you know, he has sent a message out to the rival champions. Okay, they're not going to be quaking in their boots, John, but they're going to know that they will be in a fight should they come up against Alex Arthur.
Immense confidence has Arthur, and he knows now that he's capable of taking on bigger and better foes than Sergio Palomo, but he was an undefeated fighter. He got him out of there impressively, and now he has to move on towards that world title shot, which we're told will definitely happen at some stage in 2007. We'll get confirmation of the result shortly. Michael Pass, our Master of Ceremonies, moving into his position, and Alex Arthur gets win number 24 of his professional career, and does it in fine style.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 31 seconds, round number 5, referee Luigi Moratore has called a halt to the contest. In his opinion, Sergio Palomo was in no position to continue. Your winner from Edinburgh, and he is still the super featherweight champion of Europe. Amazing, Alex Arthur.
Arthur said that defeat was simply unthinkable with so much on the line. That world title fight coming up in the new year. He did what he needed to do here tonight, and there was precious little wrong in his work.
Thank you, John. John Rawling and Duke McKenzie, your commentators. We have more action to come for you, by the way. Commonwealth lightweight title fight. Willie Limon, the local man, against a real tough Ghanaian, Patko Alotti. But when you rejoin us, we will talk to Alex Arthur. A simply amazing performance from him. Alex Arthur, how highly would you rate that performance?
I would probably give that about a 6 or a 7 out of 10 so far. You know,
that's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, mate, I'm thinking my biggest critic, you know, but I would say a 6 or a 7. You know, Sergio Palomo had a really big heart, and he was a really good fighter in the end. You know, he was really tough. Yeah.
You wanted to get him out of there pretty quickly, didn't you? It seemed to me.
Yeah, I really did. Yeah, I've got a long journey home, so I thought the quicker I get the job done, the quicker I can.
All the way back to Edinburgh.
Yeah, all the way back to Edinburgh, the whole 50 miles of it. Yeah.
But you are very, very keen, above all, to put on a show that would make ITV1 viewers go to work on Monday morning and go, that fellow Alex Arthur's not bad, is he? Yeah, well, I think, you know, at this point in time, I'm the one that's really coming up through Frank's stable, just at the back of the big names. Obviously, guys like Joe Calzaghe and things like that, you know, I'd like to emulate or get up to that level one day, you know, and I think I'm the one that's coming right behind them. You were so strong at the weight, you almost looked a different weight to the Spaniard.
Well, I think I'll almost probably look a different weight to most of the guys that I compete against. You know, we work very, very hard, you know, You know, we run up 2,000 feet mountains, you know, and we do it most days. And you know, I'm always in top shape and always really strong at the weight. You know, if I wasn't strong at the weight, I wouldn't be competing at the weight.
Where you're just going for a bingo punch for the one spectacular knockout punch in those last 2 or 3 rounds?
Well, when I hurt him in the first round with the left hook, you know, I should have settled down a little bit, but there was a touch of genius there, I must say, for Frank Warren, and Frank says to me, go out, Alex, when I dropped him and it wasn't counted as a knockdown. Frank says, go out and throw the right hand. And I walked out, I threw the right hand, and he landed flat on his backside, you know, so I take my hat off to Frank for that. It was genius.
I think we can show you that one the last round, and there obviously wasn't too much fight left in him after that. He was a brave fellow though, wasn't he?
He most definitely was, you know. We didn't really expect that for a Spanish fella, but, you know.
Wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, there's the right hand, you know, so it was a fantastic shot, thanks to Frank. Well, there you go. I say you've got to get out of the suit, Frank, and get into a cornerman's jacket.
That was a terrific punch. Now, how about the world title that Frank Warren has promised you next year? Do you feel ready for it?
Listen, Frank's the best in the business, and I put my career in his hands. You know, I'm getting quite tired of saying that now, and I always have left it down to Frank. He does the best job out there, and I just leave it with him now. I just do what, when Frank phones up, I say, OK, Frank, I'm ready to go.
OK, let's have a quick word with Frank. How soon will he get that world title shot?
I would think sometime in the summer. Be nice to do it at Glasgow Castle, wouldn't it? Yeah. Sorry, Edinburgh Castle.
Don't go building castles here now.
They might build one for you. I don't know. No, Edinburgh.
Your geography never was that good.
No, I know. Edinburgh Castle would be fantastic, and I mean, you know, that would be great for Edinburgh, great for Alex, and I'd like to do that.
Good. OK, Frank, thank you very much indeed. Now, I know there's a bit of local politics between Glasgow and Edinburgh in this part of the world, but the fans were very, very good to you here, weren't they?
They were brilliant. The Glasgow fans are absolutely fantastic. I love fighting in Glasgow. It's my favourite place to fight.
Congratulations, you put on a great show for us.
Thanks. Praise God.